We here at Slammed Enuff. We got our first car that we're looking at. It's a CA Corvette that's been hand painted all the way through. We're here with the owner and the creator of the car. I want to ask you, is there such thing as too low?
No.
You don't think there's such thing as too low?
No.
Now tell me about the car.
All right. It's hand painted. It's not over wrap. It's over the the real paint.
It's over the real paint.
Yeah. I just drink a Coca-Cola and I start to paint it. I love Deadpool, and I just want to make something different, right? Put art on cars. I use the cars like as my canvas, just like the Acura that you have on the back too. Then my daughter and my son, they do art too.
Okay, so it's a family thing.
Yes, so I support them, and actually the business, the merch is them. It's not me, and that money I don't see it. Yeah, they just tell me give me for make merch, but they have me broke, bro. But it's all right. You have to be a good father. So yeah, the cars. This car took me like 2 weeks to paint it, and it's clear coated, but it's with satin clear coat, and it's fast. It's good. Just give a little bit of issues sometimes. He like to eat the battery, but you know, car life is like that.
Yeah, car life is like that. Car life is expensive.
Yeah, expensive. And sometimes you drive one night very good, and next day you try to turn it on and he don't want to go anywhere. And there is where you get frustrated. But it's part of it. You know, that's why we are here. Slammed Enuff.
Slammed Enuff.
Enjoying the time. Yeah.
Yeah, we're here with Rob, and he's got this slammed Dodge Magnum. Rob, do you think there's a such thing as too low?
It's too low if it's static, yeah.
If it's static,
Yes.
too low? And
For bag, no.
For a bag, no. This is a custom build. He said his 10-year-old son designed the whole thing for him. And it looks sick. It's actually sick. He went with a retro vibe. You see the paint. He got a clear steering wheel. He got 18s in the back with racing seats in the front and back. How long did it take you to do this?
Bought a new in 06, and it's been 9 different colors. This time it took about 6 months now to build it, like this.
And tell us about the engine. I know you told me that you swapped out the bottom end.
The bottom end's a 2.8 Mercedes CLK engine. Right now it's factory tuned, does have standalone on it, 2.7 Dodge heads on it, and then eventually twin turbo. It's got Hellcat fuel pumps, Hellcat rear end.
He's got Hellcat fuel pump and Hellcat rear end. It's a beast actually, and he's still not done.
Never done.
But yeah, no, I love this car. I love the Magnums. We know I got my own Magnum at home, so we love the Magnum. Let's get y'all a shot of the front. Appreciate you, Rob.
Anytime.
Yes, sir. I'm here with Josh with the 6 Supra. Josh, tell us about this build and your wrap. Tell us about the wrap first.
Okay, so this is a 2020 Toyota Supra. I've had it for 6 years. I got it, one of the first people that got the new Supras in Florida. If you look at the wrap right now, the shininess that you see, it's printed out chrome, laminated matte. Custom company that makes this is Metro Wraps in South Florida, in Miami. The door jambs are all done in reflective. The inside barrel of the rims, if you look at them, those are wrapped in reflective. The calipers are wrapped in reflective, and yeah, the car won the nation's Avery World Wrap Tour for the nation this year.
The door jambs are sick.
Yeah, thank you.
The door jambs are sick.
So
I love the door jambs.
Something interesting. So I've had 5 different wraps on this car. One time I took all the movie quotes on it. So that's where you see the movie quotes like that. I will tell anybody, if they think that taking a Cricut machine and putting it on the car, it's easy, but taking them off letter by letter, bro, that's a lot of work.
I cricket machined me some letters on the front of my car. I had a Mustang about almost 10 years ago now. And I had all gas, no brakes printed on there with cricket letters.
Yeah. So when you took it off, you understand piece by piece by piece.
It was hard to put them on.
It was, yeah, because and then when you peeled it off, you're like, wait a second, no, I missed one letter. I had to cut it off again.
That's crazy.
And then what you see in the print, it's kind of interesting. The print for the door jams, AI. You know how AI is these days? It's not going anywhere. Yeah, so I told AI make me a Fast and Furious comic book.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so when you kind of look in the trunk, if you look at like Paul Walker eating like at the meal with the 3 people, you'll see that there's like 3 versions of Paul Walker. If you kind of look at Vin Diesel, it looks like Vin and The Rock, and yeah, I wanted to show people
that's a crazy good fact that this is actually AI created comic books.
Yeah, they created me a Fast and Furious comic book.
That's sick.
And then the reason why this wrap looks so like unique, you see that drawing right there? Metro Wraps has an artist in Italy that draws him comics, right? Like comic book stuff. They'll design a car, they'll put a famous like character in it. So I told them, have them draw my Supra. So they drew it in 2D like that, and then they had to take it from 2D, and then the artist in Florida had to make it into 3D like this. Yeah, so that's where it got intense, and I really didn't know. I have all respect for rappers when it comes to this. You see all the lines on this car? Imagine having to make this side match the other side. You see what I'm saying? Like if somebody on one side messed it up, you're gonna see it when you look at the car. Especially like the back bumper, you see like the line in the middle and the front bumper.
Now tell me, how much did this wrap job cost?
So Metro told me this: a wrap job like this, because it is chrome.
It is chrome.
And it is laminated.
Chrome is hard.
It's
It don't stretch like
No.
the regular line.
And you'll never, I'll be honest, you'll never see a wrap look like this, because if you owned a wrap business for 36 years and you had a world competition, you know you got something in the back pocket that nobody can do. They can't wrap chrome, it's difficult. Now put a laminate on top of it. That's why you've never seen it. I've never seen anything look like this. So when he told me, Josh, when you go outside or you're under some special lights, it's going to come alive. When it looks like it's going to rain, man, I think the car looks the coolest. It gives like this dark red, like futuristic thing.
No, I could tell this. It's crazy. This is one of the craziest wraps I've seen.
Oh, you ready for
Especially with the door
You
jam.
ready for the whole shebang?
Yeah.
See the trailer, Rich?
Yeah.
Okay, see this trailer?
You pulled this, put the Supra.
900 miles from here, from Miami, Florida to Virginia. Okay.
Josh told.
Tennessee.
Let me get a look at the trailer. Josh told the Hot Wheels trailer from Miami to Tennessee with the Supra. That's crazy. I was looking at the hitch, and I didn't even think I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I surely didn't think you was towing anything with it. But nah, this is crazy. But nah, cars are meant to be driven and used. I'm a full supporter of that.
Oh, and then you got new drag radials.
Yeah.
So then add some drag radials on that.
We got the big tires.
Yeah, so imagine doing that when it's rainy. It's a little sketchy, bro.
It's a little sketchy. It's a
Yeah,
little
so I'm
sketchy.
pulling a trailer with a Supra that says you're not supposed to pull it with the Supra. Or the roof box. Roof box actually, I feel, gives me some aerodynamics at this tall trailer.
This is crazy. I love the wrap.
Heck, I might as well just pop the hood and give you the whole shit.
Yeah, give me the whole shebang. Josh is giving us the whole shebang, so pull out all the stops.
So I took all the panels out of this thing and I painted them lime green. Just because I knew in my vision, in my head, my car was white, I knew what I was about to do. I got all the carbon fiber parts throughout the years. I've had the car, like I said, 6 years, so slowly different companies made parts.
You got NOS?
I haven't set on just a purge for fun. And then the car has port injection.
Oh, I didn't know you wrapped the inside of the rims with
That's
the comic book.
Yeah, so the only material that you can wrap for this, because it gets hot, is reflective. So you know when you see a stop sign at nighttime, it's boom, stop.
there.
That's what this looks like. So if you're on the highway and you're next to me, oh, it's so cool. Like my buddies have them, they're glowing. You know, our calipers are wrapped and the barrels are.
Yeah, I seen them wrap a lot of BMW's calipers. Oh man.
And then just little details. A normal Supra, it's this color. So my friend, he's a painter. So we painted this, and this when he was painting his RX-7. So I sanded it. And other than that, like the first thing when you look at a Supra, that dull color is like boom. These are big pieces.
This is a crazy deal.
Thanks. And then some people are like, oh, you don't have a headlight? I know I don't have a headlight.
He's gonna turn it on. Josh about to turn it on for us.
I'm sorry.
Oh, this is sick.
Hold on. I gotta get the tactical flashlight out so I can see the turbo.
Gosh, this is sick.
Thanks, bro.
How long did you say it took you to like put all this together?
This is a 6-year project.
6-year project.
Yeah, 6 years. Yeah, because then like even like with the wraps, you get bubbles and stuff. Some cool stuff. And when I try to tell people, you see how they make all this cool accent, the carbon fiber stuff? That helps when you want to preserve your wraps. It's just not only just to make it look cool. Like when you get bubbles sometimes in far distant spots, try to find parts that can clear it, like cover it, you know? And that's my biggest thing. Like a lot of people, they spend a lot of money on a wrap, but they don't know how to take care of it. And then the wrap shops don't really explain that to them. Like, hey, like, why don't you spend the extra money and buy these parts? Because it's gonna not bubble, the sun's not gonna hit it, dirt's not gonna get behind it. Because if you just keep riding it out, like it's not gonna go away. It's just gonna get worse.
This is sick. I love the build.
Thanks, bro.
Appreciate you, Josh.
The hardest part on this whole thing was this hood. This hood, $3,000 of throwing away chrome. You ready for it? You don't ever see nobody wrap fence. No, now you know why. Imagine trying to line all this up. Look at all the lines here. From here to here to there to there.
That's a lot of
bumper.
That's a lot of knifeless tape.
Yeah. And then when they did the sides, they would print it out. And like, you know, like this file might have this over here, but say Johnny did this and Joe over here was over here. And he's just like, nah, bro, it's too far, rip it off. And then when they kept trying to see how it fit, you know, you had to print off piece by piece by piece. And they had to print off the material to understand how it was even going to form because chrome's harder. So it was like, I remember just this small spot and it kept being little rumple balls. And then there was like this big spot and then I seen it. And then like I felt the tension in the room. I'm like, I don't work here. I'm just, this is my car. Like I'm helping you guys. Owner come in here and he just walk in. He's like, it's world competition, you know? They're looking at it to the T, and he's just like, "Hey, this line over here. No, I'm sorry." And he just walk out, and then they look at me, and I'd be like, "No, I'm not a part of this," because it is very hard to wrap the car, bro. And this is carbon fiber. They were so nervous about cutting the hood up.
This is carbon fiber.
Yeah, this is
That's
carbon
why it's so
fiber.
expensive.
This is the door is.
Oh yeah, I can see it right here.
That's how it normally is, where you see it where it's vented. Yeah, this is it, my man.
Oh yeah, appreciate you, Josh. It was nice. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Guys, we're here with Corey with the sick van and the video game system in the back. Corey, tell us about this.
This used to be my work van. I'm a mobile detailer, and I started out just washing cars and whatnot from this van, and I did a little bit of work to it, and added bags, and got to a point where it could no longer be a daily driver.
Yeah, a little bit of work.
Yeah. And so I parked it. I stopped driving it every day. And my son, who is in the Navy, was talking about when he came back from deployment that he wanted to play on his racing sim. And I thought to myself, I was like, I could do a racing sim back here. And one thing led to another, and I got the setup in there, and it works.
You know what this makes me think about? This makes me think about Pimp My Ride. Like the story. My son wanted to play on his racing game.
Mm-hmm.
Boom! I put him a racing game in the back of the car.
Yep.
But I was looking under your hood.
Yeah.
Not only do I see the same, I see you got, what's that, supercharger
It
there?
is supercharger, TVS 1320. So originally in Australia, the Lotus Evora runs the exact same engine as the Toyota Sienna, which is the 2GR motor. It's found in a lot of different platforms across, the Toyotas and Lexuses. But they run the same 2GR motor, and they have superchargers for theirs in Australia. So that's what it originally came out of.
I see it's the Toyota. And what model is this?
This is a 2011 Toyota Sienna Limited. So it's all-wheel drive. It's fun to drive. Rides like crap, but it's fun to drive.
I see you got it bagged.
It's
I
all
want to ask you
bags.
something. Do you think there's a such thing as too low?
No.
No such thing.
It's not low enough.
You don't think so?
No. Like the frame is on the ground, but the body panels are not. So I got to find a way. That's the thing with when you're doing something like this where it's all custom. You have to create. If you want it to have a certain look, a lot of times you're creating things from scratch, and so it's fun. It's different, and everybody sees this is unique, but they don't realize just how much goes into actually building it because it is one off. Like my frame is on the ground, but my front lip is still 2 inches off the ground.
How long, all in all together, how long did it take you to build this, put this all together until today?
Today, so I really
thought it was finished.
It's never finished.
It's never finished. That's what everybody says.
The next thing up is my trunk setup. I'll be redoing my audio, and I'll be redoing the my bags and everything, like the management and all that stuff. So hopefully I'll get started on that this summer. But I guess to answer your question, I started really early in the spring of 2023, and it took a little while. I think the first thing that I did was bags, and I wrapped it, and then I did the body kit, and then I added 3-piece wheels, did the big brake kit, and then carbon fiber hood, and then that's when I parked it. I was actually driving home from work one day and ran over a dead deer.
2020. That's not long.
Yeah.
To see the extensiveness of this build from 2020, that's not long at all. Honestly, you put some quick hours.
There was some hours. Yeah, there was some hours. Yeah, definitely, for sure.
I appreciate you, man. I love the car.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate
see you again somewhere.
Yeah.
Guys, we're here with Seth. As you see, you got the C5 Corvette and it's lowered. Seth, do you think there's a such thing as too low?
Not if you're on bags.
Not if you're on bags.
Static though, yeah. I used to bust lips all the time when I was static.
Tell me about the build. First off, how long did it take you to get it to this point? And do you think it's finished?
No, it'll never be finished. But I've had it for like 5 years. And when I got it, it was just stock. It needed paint. It was all sun damaged, and I've just been plucking away at it.
So what all have you done to it so far?
I did the carbon fiber fenders, front and rear, wheels, carbon side skirts, spoiler. It's on air ride. It's cam.
It's cam?
Yeah, it's cam. It sounds pretty nasty. Yeah.
I love a nice good cam. Actually, I've been looking to either get me a C5 or a C6 to do the exact same thing. I want to put some wide fenders on it.
Yeah.
And I want to get it lower.
I like the C5s.
Do you drift this car? Yeah.
No.
I don't drift it. I don't know how to drift. I seen them drift though.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard they're pretty good drift.
And did you install these stuff yourself?
Oh yeah, I've done everything myself. Yeah.
Great car guy. I love the rims.
Thank you.
I love the rims.
Appreciate it. I got them from Russia, actually.
You did?
Yeah.
You shipped them from Russia?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Steph got his rims from Russia, so you're not gonna find these here.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty hard to find.
What's your favorite thing about it? Like, what's your favorite thing about the car?
Probably the green. The green. They only made 800 in that green color. It's factory color.
You don't like? What about the performance? You don't like the performance? How does it perform?
Oh, I love the performance.
Besides the cam, have you did anything else to it?
It's got headers, catless, full exhaust.
Oh, so
It's tuned.
That's some time.
Yeah.
You did all that too yourself?
It was already cammed when I bought it, but I did the headers and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I like it. I love the deal.
Appreciate it.
I didn't know that was your car when you were sitting over there, but I had to ask so I could get you on there. I appreciate you, sir.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Guys, we're here with Hunter, and he has this sick Dodge build, rat rod. Tell us about this build.
Well, it's a 1937 Dodge. It is a 2004 third generation 8.3 liter Viper V10 with the T56 6-speed manual out of the Vipers as well. The whole car only weighs about 2,300 pounds, and that's with the 520 some odd horsepower and then 530 something pound-feet of torque, roughly. What do you want to know about it, I guess?
Okay, you said you built this. So Hunter built this himself. How much time did you put in this? Before the money, how many hours did you have to put into this?
Well, that depends, because we did not chop the top. We bought the tub off eBay, oddly enough, off a guy who did do the chopping, and he just got sick of it and sold it. But after the designing work, but before the parts, let's say about roughly a year. Yeah, a little more.
Tell me about the frame. Where did the frame come from?
We actually built that ourselves. Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, this Viper motor. And how much money do you have? Well, I know this is a expensive motor just right off the bat.
Drivetrain, we got it from a company up in St. Louis. They sell kits out of wrecked supercars. Okay. So it'll be engine, transmission, ECU, and that alone was roughly 20 something. Yep. As for the whole thing, we lost track a little bit ago.
And, okay, so we're at Slammed Enuff. So tell me this. Do you think there's a such thing as too low?
No. Now, it depends on drivability. So if it's for looks, if it airs out, everything like that, and then it's on the ground, that's perfectly fine. If you're driving, you will run into complications. So that kind of depends on the driver. If, I guess you could say, give me 1 second. If the driver doesn't want to, I guess, get caught on things or pay for the damages or run skid plates or something, then probably being all the way on the ground is not for them. But if you're willing to go through that work, go through that process, and actually enjoy that about the car, I say then I guess there would not be, right?
Now, are you done, or what do you want to take this? Or how much more do you have to go, or is there a stopping point? Is it ever finished?
It's never finished, obviously, because things break consistently. You'll see on the steering arm over there on the other side that it actually looks a little more new. That's because we had to completely redo all the steering in it after it ended up breaking on me. So as for building it wise, it's for the most part done. So we won't be adding like a different drivetrain or redoing the entire interior or nothing unless things break. As things break, then we repair. That is the work of the car through the whole time. So.
I appreciate you. It's a sick build. I love it. 100% through and through. I'm all for built, not bought.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, it's nice to meet you.
You as well.
All right, guys, we're here with Jacob at Slammed Enuff, and he has probably one of the most slam cars here that I've seen. Jacob, tell me about this build.
It's a 2008 Honda Accord sedan, 5-speed. It's got the K24, sitting on 2-piece wheels. It's got a turquoise marble wrap. I just want to do a little something different.
How long did it take you to get it to this point?
About 2.5 years.
2.5 years. All right, I see you got the money thing going on. What's with the money thing? Is that because you put so much money into this, or tell me about the money thing?
It's just like a VIP bill, so it just kind of goes along with it, I guess.
I feel you. Yeah. And I like the wrap. What was your mindset when you picked the wrap out?
Just wanted to be different, really. I hadn't seen a turquoise marble wrap yet. So.
Okay. And I see you got some camera going on in the back and a little bit going on in the front. Tell me this before I get to that. Do you think there's a such thing as too low? No, there's not a such thing as too low.
Nope.
And what about the camera? Do you think is there such thing as too much camera?
No.
Okay, so just as wide as it get.
Yeah.
I love the build though. It's sick. I see you put a lot of time into this and a lot of man hours.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, you mean did you do all this yourself?
Yeah.
You did?
Yes, sir.
We love built. We love built not bought. And yeah, I love the build, man. I appreciate it. It's a very unique car. See, you got the curtains in there. It's giving real VIP.
Yeah. It'll be different.
Okay. Tell me what your lady thought about you spending so much time on this.
I don't even want to talk about it.
It's nice to meet you, Jacob. Thank you for taking your time to talk to me. All right, we're here with Dak and his tricked out ride. Tell me about this. Tell me about the inspiration first off.
Well, it's a Veloster in, so we went with the Velociraptor theme. My designer wanted to do like a bio-optic Velociraptor, kind of based off Blue from Jurassic Park. So that's what we went with. Just kind of crazy and all over the place. Something different that nobody else has.
Okay, tell me about all the things that you've done to it, or some of the things that you can just point out right off the bat.
I've got Air Ride on it by AirTech. I've got the the vertical doors by Vertical Doors. They're one of my sponsors. The wrap's done by Wrap and Redbeard out of Indianapolis. The design's done by Coincide. I've got Velocitech front. I've got low glow LEDs, all custom interior. 317 Starlight's been my headliner. A lot of stuff.
What about your performance? You got any performance upgrades?
No, it's mostly a show car. Okay. So I got like your normal cold air intake and blow off valve and stuff, but nothing real fast.
And how long did it take you to put this together and get it to this point?
We're going on 2.5 years. So this is version number 3.
Version number 3. At version number 3, do you think that you're done?
I'm getting close.
You're getting close.
I got a few things I want to do at the end of the year, like RGB headlights and maybe a couple other things, but pretty much this build's probably getting close to done. I just found out I'm going to be on the cover of a magazine, so I'm getting that photo shoot next month.
Okay. What magazine are you going to be on the cover of?
Gauge Magazine.
Gauge Magazine. All right, that's for Gauge Magazine, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and you told me that you're on bags, so tell me this. Do you think there's a such thing as too low?
No.
No such thing as too low.
You can always go a little bit lower unless you're sitting on the ground.
That's the common answer.
It's kind of like Slammed Enuff. Are you really slammed enough?
Okay. I appreciate you, Jack. It's been nice talking to you. Nice talking to you. Okay, guys, we're here with Kimberly, and she has this 6 Supra. This not a Supra?
No, it's not actually.
What is this? Hold on, let me check. This an Eclipse? It's okay. It's an Eclipse.
It's mistaken for that line.
Okay, we have a crazy Eclipse. Tell us about your build first off.
Well, I started out with this car I bought. It was my first car I bought all by myself. And I just wanted to tint the windows and get a spoiler. And then my new boyfriend got me hooked on custom cars, and the rest is history.
This is actually one of the sickest cars here, and I've been looking for a lady to interview, and I'm glad we saw you in your car. She told me that this was your car, and I was like, "Come on, we got to go get her." And
Oh yeah.
okay, and I see you got the tell me about the sound system back here.
You know, it's been a minute. I've had this thing since brand new since '96.
And I was going to ask you that is this the exact car that your first exact car, or is it just another car like your first car?
No, this is my first car that I bought and paid for by myself.
Okay.
Yep. Absolutely.
I love it.
And I was sponsored by MTX years ago. That's where that came from. So, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
And then actually, I don't even think my wheel company's around anymore. The wheels I was sponsored by as well. They're called O'Reilly's.
And tell me about your paint job.
Okay, that is from a gentleman in Ashland City. His name is Tim Armstrong from Creative Customs.
I love it.
Yes, thank you. It got painted in '99.
That painted like- So
Yes.
this is the paint from '99.
Yes.
You have taken immaculate care of this car.
Well, I appreciate that, but it has had an amazing paint job on it. I wish I could remember how many layers of clear coat he put on it. It was phenomenal.
This is from 90. This is amazing. You've taken. This is still in pristine condition. I see you got the antique auto tag. This is still in pristine condition.
Thank you. It's not quite as perfect as it used to be in my show days, but and actually this is my son's car beside us, and he's the reason I brought it out. He was like, yeah, Mom, come on, bring your car, and
Had to.
yeah,
It's
so
too nice.
yeah, so
And I like how you got the paint going to the headlights. It's just making. I love the customization of it.
yes, thank you.
This is a nice deal.
Thank you very
I
much.
was an Eclipse guy. I was hooked on Eclipses from Fast and Furious 2.
Oh yeah.
After that, I wanted Eclipse real bad.
Yeah. Well, they actually asked me to be in the first Fast and Furious.
And you turned it
I
down?
did because they wouldn't let me drive my own car. They were going to let somebody else drive it, and I wasn't cool with that. So, but yeah.
Cars are like your kids.
Yeah, it just,
Anybody.
this car, I mean, my now husband, I mean, we built this car with our relationship. It was just blood, sweat, and tears. There's no way I would get rid of it now. You know, it just, we had so much fun.
So tell me this. Is it done? I know you said you had this car for a very long time.
Since 96,
Since
yes.
96. Is it done? Do you think it's done? Like is this your perfect version of it?
Well, I have not done anything to it in so many years. We did actually just add the low globe. We did that for this show. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I've got 2 kids, so they're kind of priority, and they're into custom cars. So
Okay, yeah. We're at Slammed Enuff, so tell me this. Is there such thing as too low?
oh no way. No way. As long as you got, and like I have hydraulics. Like people are here are like, what is that? It's like hydraulics. I'm old school. Yeah, I'm old school. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Kimberly. Thank you for taking your time out.
Yes.
And we got the dog on camera too.
This is Milo.
Hi, Milo.
That's his nickname.
That's my nickname
That's
too,
what I
Milo.
thought she said. That's
Yes,
awesome.
ma'am.
Yeah, this is my baby. He's my passenger sometimes. I'm very sleepy. Very sleepy. Yes.
It's nice to meet you guys.
Hi,
Thank you for your time. We're here with Mark from Rollers at Slammed Enuff. Tell us about your car.
All right, man. It's a 91 Acura NSX. Kind of walk through some of the cool stuff about it. It's got a 1-of-1 spoon bumper, only one in the world for the pop-up headlights of this car. It's got a 1-of-1 wheel, so Roll 5 that we designed for the brand, for the roller, so we call the wheel the Roll 5. It's got the Stop Tech big brakes, spoon mirrors, and a custom 1-of-1 turbo kit out the back of that thing. So yeah.
I love these cars.
Yeah, man.
I actually want one. This is hard to find.
Yeah.
I have one. How long did it take you to find this?
So when I bought this car, man, so I'm pretty local to here, so I'm about 30 minutes outside of Nashville.
Okay.
When I was looking for one in 2019, man, we found this thing for $21,500 with 63,000 miles on it. So stolen. So yeah, man. So it's been a cool little car. Over the years, we've been working on it, freshening it up a little bit, and we were able to have it at SEMA last year. And yeah, it was at SEMA, man. So we got it out there to Vegas, got the cruise strip, got to have it inside there. And yeah, man, we're working on a new car for 25. I got a 95 Supra. It's going back out to SEMA this year.
You was telling me about the work that you've done here. How long did it take you to get it to this point?
Man, about 3 years for everything. But the last kind of edition of the car was just freshening up the paint, the new wheels, the new spoiler, and the turbo kit. We did all that in about 6 months.
What made you go after this car? Because I noticed this is a hard car to find. What made you go after one of these?
So man, I've been building imports my whole life, man. We've had over 230 cars. I got 13 of them now, and man, it's just a dream car, man. You know what I mean? I grew up in the 90s. There was I seen a couple of guys with them. You know what I mean? I always wanted one.
time. So I knew when that time came, that's what I wanted. So I knew I wanted the NSX, and I know I wanted the Supra.
And rollers, we'll turn this way. Rollers, tell us about rollers. What is rollers?
Yeah, man, rollers, man, really is however you want to do it, man. It's a lifestyle brand. It's an automotive brand. You know, and whatever how you interpretate that, man. So you know, we like to be 420 friendly. You dig what I'm saying? And but you know, we do love cars. So yeah, so we like outside, man. So you know, like I said, however you feel rollers can fit your style.
All right, we see that you lower here. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Yep.
Tell me this. Do you think there's a such thing as too low?
No, man, and let me tell you, I'm not a static dude, man. I salute the static guys. And maybe I would like to build a static car if it came to the right chassis. It's just I knew I had too much of this car to be that one, because you know what you gotta do. But I mean, I love bad cars, man, because you can really just keep them clean. You know, ultimately at the end of the day, I like to go to shows. You know what I'm saying? Some people just want to be outside. That's cool. I like to kind of get in and meet the people. You know what I mean? And so that's my reasoning behind I go bag over static.
I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Thank you for letting me see it, Mark. All right, guys, we're here with Chris and his crazy build. Chris, tell us about this car.
This is a 2008 Nissan Altima Coupe. It's a rare prototype version, Nismo edition. They only made like 7 to 8 of them. I've just decided to go all the way as far as I can with it, doing a design, making it look similar to an R35 Skyline, because it's my dream car.
I thought this was a GTR.
Most people think it's a R35. I've had people say it looked like a Q, Infiniti. I'm having a brain fart. Q35 or 370. Some say 350. Every now and then it kind of bounces off the walls, different areas. But no, it's an Altima Coupe, and like I said, I just decided I wanted to go all the way with it, and go as far as I can with it. I'm almost done with it. I got about $1,000 left of interior work to do to the inside, and then it's I'm content with where it's at from there.
So you do see a finish point.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. There's really not a time where you really want to stop. And there's always a list you have, even if you're stopping. So there's still stuff I want to do. If I wanted to go and I could spend another 10 grand into the engine, putting a turbo kit in there and stuff. But I'd much rather kind of save that money for an actual R35 or something, you know. So.
Yep, this is paint, right?
This is all paint. Yeah, this is custom paint.
I was about to say, this is a crazy paint job.
Yeah, it pops out even more in the sunlight when you put a light on it. It's all here. It's in the inside of the car and all the door panels and stuff.
You even got the wiper.
Yeah, it's up there in the whole dash. It's in the engine bay and stuff. The whole car is covered in the exact factory black base coat with red holographic flakes in it.
How long did it take you to get this build to this point?
So the wide body kit was a 3-year build when I started. It was my first wide body kit I've ever built. And my goal with it was to make it look as something that just came off the factory line, as perfectly seamless, invisible line as possible. And that's why it took 3 years. I've spent as much time as I needed to make it look perfect.
So you were doing this yourself?
Yeah, everything that's done to this car, I've done myself in my own time.
I like that. How about how much money do you have into this?
It's somewhere over 100 grand, somewhere over that. I can't give you an exact number. I mean, I can name bits and pieces off. The wheels were 10 grand. The brake covers were over about 5 grand. I didn't really have to pay for much paint because I did it myself. But
it looks phenomenal.
Besides that, it's more like bits and pieces of the wings, like 1200 and stuff. But everything in the inside I had to get besides the stuff I painted, like seatbelt harness, seats and stuff. But engine work was, I mean, it's close to about 20 grand that's been done with engine work, with tuning every now and then and stuff, and everything. I mean, there's stuff I can't even remember that I've gotten done, but I know it's over 100 grand worth of work. So,
since we're at Slammed Enuff, so I got a question to ask you. Do you think there's a such thing as too low?
Too low? I don't think so, man. I've seen so many people. Or what was that one yesterday? It was out that beetle bug that was like half a beetle bug just sitting down on the floor. That was the craziest crap I've ever seen. Yeah, I was just seeing that. I was like, I don't even know how you get in that thing. So, I mean, if someone goes lower than that, I don't know if you can actually survive driving it. So, but I mean, that might be too low at that point. But that's pretty low. So,
appreciate you, Chris.
Yeah.
And Chris's wife actually has a car too. You just tell us about your car. Tell us about your build.
So I have a 2015 Subaru WRX. I've owned the car for about 4 years now. I'm going on to 5. It's definitely a work in progress, but
everybody's still a work in progress.
Yeah. I usually have like self-doubt about myself in the car. This is actually the 3rd Slammed Enuff show that I've been to, and the more shows that I go to, the more I'm like, I guess, more confident in my car and everything.
And I see you got it lower, so tell me, do you think there's a certain thing that's too low?
In my opinion, yeah. Thankfully, it's bagged, surprisingly. It's bagged all the way out to max on 0, but I'm pretty sure if I got like smaller wheels or something, it'd probably go even lower. Yeah.
And I know you say you still a work in progress. Everybody, literally, Chris was the only one that told me he sees a finish point. What does your finish point look like?
I don't know, honestly. I just know there's a couple more things I want to get next on the list, such as another set of wheels, more carbon. I'm a huge carbon fiber fan. Yeah. Yep. Everything carbon fiber. Yeah. I know he's more of a fan of paint and everything, and I'm just the carbon. So I guess
his paint was crazy. He told me he did it himself.
Oh yeah. No, it's beautiful, and the fact that he's so talented enough to do it himself and everything. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I love the cars. I love both you guys' cars. And it's great that y'all came out here together. It's even better.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's actually our first show, like, side by side. So it's like, husband and wife, cars and everything.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you guys for your time. Thank you, Tim. Nice cars.